Steven Universe, the show that SJWs love. I'm not exactly the most politically correct individual out there, but I know when I see something I like. I know when I see good characters and good stories. Steven Universe is exactly that, for the most part. But before we get into the issue at hand, I want to tell a quick short story. So there's this place called Thompson's Kitchen, an extremely popular but also a very busy restaurant that is always so difficult to get reservations for. But you make a booking months in advance, and finally the day has come to have an amazing meal at one of the greatest restaurants in the world. You wait for what seems to be like hours before finally the meal is brought to you. You try to savor the moment. The food smells amazing. But then, all of a sudden, a bunch of waiters grab you by the collar and proceed to stuff the food into your mouth as quickly as humanly possible. Doesn't matter how good the food was, how good the ingredients, how well prepared or cooked it all was. The experience is ruined. All that waiting just for this. This is precisely how I feel about the final episodes of Season 5 of Steven Universe. Season 5 is special in that it's actually the conclusion of a conflict that has been set up right from Season 1. In fact, if I didn't know any better, I would have thought that this was the end of the series for good. All of the build-up was all pointing toward this finale, and they ruined it. To put this into perspective, the final episodes of Season 5 was something that a lot of people were looking forward to, including myself. And oh boy, did this show make us wait. Season 5 started airing on the 29th of May 2017 and finished on the 22nd of January 2019. That's right, 32 episodes that are only 10 minutes long on average took over a year and a half to reach its conclusion. We have been experiencing many droughts of Steven Universe for months at a time, with the occasional sprinkles of episodes from Cartoon Network over this period. Needless to say, this is very strange because rather than take a year producing a full season and then releasing it all in one go, this is the episode scheduling they decided to go with for some reason. For those that haven't seen the show, I am, of course, going to spoil a bit of it. However, I'm not going to spoil the most important plot elements since a lot happens in 5 seasons. So here we go. It's not only that we've waited a long time for new episodes to be released. Rather, it's that some of the more recent episodes, particularly seasons 3 and 4, tends to also waste a lot of time by having a lot of unimportant filler episodes. You see, Steven Universe, unlike most Cartoon Network shows, is a really long and continuous story. In the early parts of Season 1, the episodes were, for the most part, standalone episodes, but gradually started to become more interconnected. Which means now the fun filler episodes ended up being real time wasters by making us wait even longer for a story important episode to air. But then, all of a sudden, at around the 24 episode mark in Season 5, things not only sped up, but they were moving at the speed of sound. The basic premise of the show is that there are aliens, called the Crystal Gems, that protect the Earth from monsters and other alien encounters, and Steven, being half human and half gem, helps them in these missions to save the world from certain dangers. Now, one of the special abilities of the Crystal Gems is that they can fuse together to create bigger, more powerful gems that can tackle the many different threats they encounter. But it's not a trivial thing. It's not like a bunch of giant fighting robots in an episode of Power Rangers that can form together to create an even bigger fighting robot. It's more like a creation of a new life form. An entirely new character with a completely different personality and abilities and much, much more. Which also means that these two individuals that fuse together, in a way, ceases to exist. This is why this ability isn't used whenever it is useful, rather only as a last resort. As a result, these events, if you will, don't happen very often in the series. Which, to be honest, actually really is a smart move on the writer's part. When something is abundant, it's trivialized, but when something is rare, it is treasured. These episodes are not only few and far in between, but are also some of the best episodes in the series. It can be annoying, but usually it's worth the wait. Just like waiting to taste that amazing meal at that amazing restaurant, and then all shoved down your throat like we're all in a big hurry for some reason. The three main opposing characters, the Diamonds, that have been a threat for many seasons, are won over in a single episode, albeit a longer one. No conditioning, no build-up. It happens in a matter of minutes. And fusions of not yet explored combination of characters are rushed through as quickly as in a matter of seconds before being tossed out to make room for the next one. Also, they've been teasing Obsidian right from the very first episode. A lot of people, a lot of fans have been speculating, ooh, what is that statue? What is it? And we finally figured out, oh, it's probably what all 4 members of the Crystal Gems would look like when they fused together. But finally, when we get to see this character, we see it for like a minute and it's already over. Each episode used to take its time. And I'm not just talking about new fusions, but character development and character interactions. But everything has to be done right now. Now, all at once. Almost as if there won't be another time to end the story. And you know what? I think that's exactly what happened. Perhaps, while in the middle of Season 5's production, Cartoon Network told the creators of the show that they need to wrap up everything before the season's end. Because by the time we've reached episodes 24, things that usually take multiple seasons to explore all happened within just a few episodes. Now bear in mind, these are not long episodes, only about 10 minutes each. To give Cartoon Network credit, they did extend the season from its usual 26 episodes to 32. But still, remember, each episode is only 10 minutes long. That's not much time. We only spent 1 episode with White Diamond. Jasper, another prominent character, barely got any satisfactory closure. I also hated how lingering plotlines were all magically wrapped up within moments of each other. Did Lars, who was lost in space for an entire season, have to also land at Beach City exactly at the same time when the others did? But the thing that pains me the most is that all of this could have been avoided. The Steven Universe crew squandered their time in Season 3 and 4. Too many unimportant filler episodes. And then, all of a sudden, there's not enough time. There isn't going to be a Season 6. So you better wrap things up while you still can. I think a lot of people, including the creators of Steven Universe, assumed that this show would just keep going for years and years and years. But you know, sometimes I wish that the production teams could plan a series with the intent to give it an ending, even if there doesn't seem to be one in sight. The creators of Disney's Gravity Falls planned the ending very early on during production of the series. They had a story to tell. They told their story, and that was it. It wasn't designed to go on forever. It was designed to end. Gravity Falls didn't last as long as Steven Universe, but the ending was way more satisfying because they planned it exactly the way they wanted it. In the words of Alex Hirsch, the creator of the show, I always designed Gravity Falls to be a series with a beginning, middle, and end. There are so many shows that go on endlessly until they lose their original spark or mysteries that are cancelled before they ever get a chance to pay off. Steven Universe wasn't just rushed, it was unsatisfying. And for what? To make room for a movie with a new conflict? Plus, there are rumors that there might be a Season 6. Is there gonna be a Season 6? In fact, I don't think even the Steven Universe producers knew at this point. Which means all of this uncertainty is just bad planning, and it is detrimental to the show, detrimental to the characters, to the stories. Sometimes it gets padded out. Sometimes it's rushed. Alex Hirsch was right. You cannot maintain quality under these conditions. And bear in mind, this isn't the first time that Cartoon Network has done this. Season 1 was supposed to be only 26 episodes long, but became 52 episodes. But then, in Season 2, they shortened it again to 26, which is why Season 2 ended on such an uneventful episode. It wasn't supposed to be the season finale. History repeats itself. It's just all a big mess. This movie had better be worth it.